Hey, Kris.
Hey, John.
How you feeling?
Doing okay. How are you?
It's been a while since we've done late night recording.
Yes.
And this has been a long day. So
Sounds like it's been a long day for you, for sure.
yeah, I've been up here for a while, and not hard work. And I think that we've all had those days where it kind of feels like you're more babysitting a piece of gear or a technology or a situation than you are actually like hammering it out. But that was really nice, even though it's been a long day. I think it feels longer because I was up here until 7:00 last night trying to get wires run, some power distribution done to some of our speakers that were okay. So a guy comes in and puts in brand new speakers for us, and they're fancy. They're so nice. I really like the way that they sound. But we had two of them fail. They started buzzing, so we sent them in. And when I got up there and looked at it all, realized there's 7. Like, we have 2 stacks of line arrays that are 7 deep, and then we have some 3-point source speakers that are kind of in a fill arrangement to fill out some of the shorter spots in our room. So it's an interesting setup, and I've already been critiqued on it so many times, but the guy who installed them ran, like, daisy chained the power on those line arrays all together to one 20 amp circuit. And it's the same circuit that the projectors are on.
Oh.
And so there were some words uttered in that moment.
I bet.
So we sent the 2 problem speakers off, and then I basically said, before we put the ones back in here, we need to fix the power issue. And we did that.
Yeah.
But we were up there and we put the speakers in, and then I realized we haven't run the power to actually do this right, and they want to retune the room tomorrow. And I was like, well, if we're going to use these speakers, and then I found out they wanted to use the speakers this morning, and so I had to get all of that run before the end of the day yesterday, and then had to get in early today to be there to run sound, which was not, like I said, it was more babysitting than anything else. But
yeah. I would say it sounds like that you need 2, if not 3 circuits per stack.
Yeah. So we've got,
that's a lot.
We've got 4 per side.
Okay.
But that's because they've got the subs run on a different circuit.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think the subs were both on the same circuit before, but now they're separate circuits for each. So 1 circuit for each, 1 20 amp circuit for each sub, and then 2 20 amp circuits for the speakers up top. I think there's another one. I just don't remember how that's run because the point source are run separately. But it was a big deal. Glad we spent the money to do it. It was not cheap. But it was just kind of the finishing up of all of that last night. And I was up on a ladder by myself at 6:30. And when you're up in a room that doesn't have the air conditioning on, and you're higher than you normally are, so it's hotter.
Yeah.
And then you lift that ceiling tile out of the way, and all of the heat comes down on you. And you're like, I've made bad choices. Now I'm standing on this 25-foot ladder in the air with my head in the insulation, trying to pull these power cables through, which I had to make cables for because nothing can be easy.
No,
it was so frustrating. Anyway, there were a lot of parts of it that were frustrating, but this is why I need to drink a beer. So I'm gonna drink a full-grown
you are
man beer. That's
good save.
Yeah, I was like, nope,
save and a butte.
Not saying that, John. Why are you talking?
This is a family show, I'll have you know.
Yeah, dadgummit.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
I've kind of gone to an old faithful, a breakfast stout.
Breakfast stout. Love it.
I have to admit that I just kind of grabbed what was left in the fridge on the way out the door.
Well, I grabbed what was left in the fridge here in the house. So
yes, you did.
We're doing it.
That was a fail. The opener slipped.
Didn't get the sound you were looking for there.
No.
Also, because we just got done serving dinner here, and I didn't really get to sit down. Oh, that's another fun story I'll say for. I have sandwiches, so
yes,
help yourself to a sandwich.
Yes, I guess we'll apologize in advance for any smackage.
Or look at that.
That's a beautiful pour.
I'm just saying, 2 of those in this gargantuan.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna take a picture of that.
It's not bad.
Got to get
It's got a good head on it.
Everything. Oh, who names these things? Anyway.
That's what they call it.
I know. I'm just.
Get out of the gutter.
Oh, that's me. There you go.
Nice.
Clean the camera lens. It's telling me to clean the camera lens. Like, hey, buddy. I don't know if you've noticed, but you need to actually dust that bad boy off.
It's all roast beef?
Yeah, it's all roast beef. And they just have the meat and cheese on them.
Oh, even better.
I was like, actually ask them whenever we order. I'm like, hey, could you not
put the veggies
on there because, it makes everything soggy.
Here you go, folks.
That is some fascinating ASMR.
ASMR, yes.
No big deal.
Yes.
I'm sending this to you.
Yes, it's wrapped in the paper, folks. Thank you,
Jimmy John's.
Thank you, Jimmy John's.
This episode brought to you by no. But if you are ever in Tyler looking for a sandwich, Alex at Jimmy John's hooks us up.
Yes.
And really, really grateful.
This is not the Danny DeVito soap.
No, it's not. Yeah, there's plenty of. What was that? The new, it was Eli Manning. The commercial where he falls into the conference room or whatever, and he's yelling at Eli Manning.
Eli's. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
I'm like, okay.
Kaboom! He's prompt.
He's prompt. I love it. Okay, so part of the reason that I didn't get to eat while we were doing food tonight was that have you ever set up something and you're like, this is like, we don't ever need to mess with this again. So I'm just going to set it in a way that is kind of vague and, I say vague, but generic, and the stuff that I'm setting it for is not stuff that changes. So boom, no big deal. And then management decides to change something.
Yep.
That you're like, well, that sucks. Now I got to go to all these different places and, change all these different. Oh, and there's that thing that I set up again that was like so long ago. We don't even mess with that anymore. And there's only one tool that can be used for that because of some archaic software. But the good news is I put everything to make that happen in a bag all together. And then you go and you open the bag and the power cord's not there.
Uh-oh.
And you're like, in my particular case, am I going to have to eBay a Dell Vostro 1400 power cable so that I can change the sign that's so outdated that anyway.
The old barrel
Yeah, old
Style?
barrel style.
Wow.
No, I found one, but it took me all evening to find it. I was looking underneath desks and all kinds of places. It was not pleasant. But it was definitely one of those. All right, well, adding to the tired.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the other fun story.
I would say recently for us, there you go. Take it in, folks. You should see it.
It's worse.
Yes.
It's so much worse.
The closest that we've had for that, probably the last year, is trying to keep Google groups organized. You know that Pine Code loves change.
Yes.
They embrace it wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly. They will hire people to change things.
Correct. So I would say the last 2 years, the change rate has been off the charts.
It does seem like there's a lot.
And it's particularly in the last year, it's gone just completely off the rails. And so you'll get Google groups, right? And you're like, okay, we can breathe. Hey, this is happening and this is going over there. And you're like, you just broke everything.
You broke everything again.
And that's probably happened 5 or 6
when you want to
times
be
in the
like,
last year.
HR, let me train you how to do this. This is your job now.
Yep. So I think we found a solution that will fix it. But there's some work involved. And I'm sure they'll find a way
To break it again.
to break it again.
So you're talking about more than just like...
This is talking about using groups to handle distribution of email,
Yeah.
which should be pretty straightforward. You're in this department. Here you go. Oh, well, they're in this, and then they're also in this, and they're in that over there. And
We
it's
really need them to have
Wait,
this
what?
stuff. Yeah, no, that's not fun at all.
no.
I've tried to keep all of that as minimal as possible, but it really is tough. And then somebody will tell you why, this person's not receiving this email. And I'm like, they're in the group. Have they checked their spam?
Yep. Well, the beauty of that is you can go into the email log and go delivered.
Delivered.
We had a fun one in that vein. I'm not getting the email. I'm not getting the email. And we went into the email log and we could literally see not only was it delivered, but that it was opened. And it's like, I'm sorry, you got the email.
You did get the email.
Yes.
There's some sort of delusion happening that I'm not really prepared to
Yeah. So.
walk into with you right now. I don't want to call you a liar right here in front of everybody, but
Sure. Yeah.
ooh, that's a fun screen that just popped up.
Well, I know she's not listening, but shout out to Ruthie for keeping Google working. She's been awesome.
Man, I miss Ruthie.
She's rock solid, man.
She's awesome.
She keeps us in line.
I was really frustrated when she left.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I need to send you a picture of what she did with the space now that Jacob ran away and went to Dallas
Yeah.
and we had all that extra.
Extra space.
Now it actually looks welcoming and presentable.
Of course it does, because
I'll send you pictures tomorrow. You have to come hang out.
every IT group should have somebody like Ruthie. That's, thinking through. I'm going to let you see it next time it does it. Thinks through stuff like that. A relationships manager, if you will.
There you go. You've got me thinking IT crowd all the way with the way that you are reacting to the computer. I'm waiting for you to go, I haven't seen that one since 1994.
If your computer was a human, I'd shoot it.
In the face.
In the face. It seems like maybe that's where we're going with this one. But, I'm sure that there wasn't anything like that shouldn't have been on here. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna have to watch. I'm gonna hit the update now button.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Agree.
Oh, sorry.
I would agree.
Agree.
If I don't agree, it doesn't work.
Got to agree.
Agree. Oh, that's awesome.
Wait,
I'm looking for the updates now.
where'd the error go? What was the error? Can we get a screenshot of the error?
I didn't see the error. I just saw it like totally reset. Now it's looking for updates again.
Oh no! Like there's a little like box that shows up that's like this big and then it disappears and it's got like a error on it, but it doesn't let you read the error. It just disappears. So you're getting restarted right now. I just every once in a while. I want to sing and dance. I want to sing and dance.
Live and gear support right on the show, folks.
I want to be a pirate in the Pirates of Penzance. You know this one?
No.
Did you ever listen to Ray Stevens?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to be your friend. Ray Stevens, really funny, but always did like songs that were, like Weird Al did like parodies of songs, and that's part of what made them funny was him rewriting the lyrics and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Stevens was just like a comedian who most of his comedy was.
I recognize him now that I see the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did one that was. Now let's see if I can remember this. He did one that was. I don't know what it's called. It's like either Pirates or I Want to Sing and Dance or something like that. And it's really funny because it starts off with the 16 men on a dead man's chest, yo, and then the captain, the pirate captain, who sounds very pirate captain-y, is talking to his crew, and they're all, like we're gonna pillage, we're gonna plunder, and then you hear this little effeminate voice say, I don't like that. It's like, what do you mean you don't like it? Like, that's what we're pirates. I don't like it and I don't want it. And then it's like, well, what do you want? It turns out after through the whole song, when you go through the whole song, that this little voice is the pirate captain's son. And then at the end, he's like, well, you don't like all of these things but you want to sing and dance. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, we'll all sing and dance. So he makes well, I'll sing and dance. So no, we don't want to or you'll walk the plank. And so then they all sing and they all you hear all the, anyway, it's hilarious. There's plenty of them. And I was like, and surprisingly, very PC of today. It's like not shaming. And Ray Stevens was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was really. I listened to Ray Stevens and Mark Lowry a lot growing up because they were music and comedy that my parents were okay with.
Okay.
Baptist family, and Mom used to say that I'd be sitting in the back of the Suburban because my sisters are in the front seats of the Suburban. I'm in the back, and I would be sitting in the back of the Suburban just giggling with my little Walkman, tape deck. Tape.
There you go, tape, yes.
Not CD. This is before the CD.
The Walkman was cassette.
Yeah, Walkman was cassette. They came out with a CD player, right?
They did.
It was terrible. Because you expected to be able to do with the Walkman CD player what you could do with the tape deck and just hook it onto your belt. But I don't know if you've ever tried to do that with a CD. It doesn't work.
Skippage.
Even if you put the anti-skip switch on, still going to skip.
Yep. Doesn't work well.
Okay.
Wasn't meant to, though.
This is not, we didn't talk about any of this, but still. Not planned. Favorite old technology.
Favorite old technology. Ooh. Laserdisc.
Laserdisc.
I always was fascinated by Laserdisc.
Somehow I knew you were going to say Laserdisc.
I
don't know why.
My uncle had one, and this is, oh, geez. I think we still lived in Indiana.
Wow.
At the time. But yeah, I remember he had Laserdisc. I thought it was the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
It's the size of an album.
Yeah. This is a vinyl record.
Basically.
That is silver.
Yeah. He was a big Star Trek fan, so he had some of the Star Trek movies on Laserdisc. He had Coming to America.
Oh, wow.
He had, well, that may be pushing it past when we already were here. So, but anyways, Laserdisc by far. In fact, I've come so close because you can get them reasonably priced.
Can you?
To get, well, not getting the player, but getting the Star Wars original trilogy on Laserdisc.
Yeah.
I'd never be able to watch it because I don't have a player and I don't intend to buy a player. But for whatever reason, I just have always been fascinated by the idea of owning the original trilogy movies on Laserdisc.
That's an interesting aspiration for somebody who doesn't have a player. It seems like you would want the player.
So, but yeah, I would say Laserdisc for me.
That's pretty great.
By far.
So along those, I do remember when our, I think it was our librarian actually, because librarians are always librarians are the, technology people in schools.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a computer labs person, but that's not the librarian is the one that would bring the TV with the
on the cart. AV Club, baby.
Yeah. All of that was coming from the library, not the computer. Anyway, seemed very unrelated at the time. Now it's well, obviously that's the tech guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I remember them pulling in elementary school, pulling in a TV that had this massive VCR on the bottom of it. And I was like, what is that? And then they pulled out the laser disc. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're in the future.
Yes. I was just looking real quick, and most of these Laserdisc players on eBay are going for $200 to $300.
That's not terrible.
I'm not paying that much for a Laserdisc player.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it's not terrible.
Oh, that's expensive, man.
I'm
being a cheapskate.
I'm not saying that you should do it.
Sure.
But if you're going to get the trilogy...
It's just more about having the collectible more than anything.
That's
great. Laserdisc player, Laserdisc player, Laserdisc player. Plug your ears, kids.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's typical of the 80s.
Typical.
It is a entertainment collection of the bunny variety.
Mm-hmm.
There, I dressed it down, so to speak, for the kids in the
for the children.
And then it's back to just players. Yeah, see, there you go. You can get Stephen King's It on Laserdisc for $15. That's what I'm talking about. Cheap.
Super cheap. Because they know nobody has a player. Because you have to buy it for $200.
Yeah, I'm not spending that kind of money.
Anyway.
But I digress.
Oh my gosh. I'm so tired it's hard to chew. Okay, so mine, I've thought about this for a long time.
Okay.
The technology that I am really sad did not last and become a thing. I want to say for longer, but honestly, I would still love it today. Are mini disc.
Oh yeah.
Players.
Yeah.
Because really,
it's a little laser disc.
It's a little laser disc, and the mini discs. To me, it was they fixed the CD. We put a little cartridge around this bad boy, and it's not skipping.
Yeah.
And so, like, my cousin had like a mini disc. He had a mini disc player in like his home stereo setup, and he also had a mini disc like Walkman of sorts.
Yeah, I remember those.
And I thought this was the future.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, the iPod came out. And I say sadly, and I think everybody knows what I mean. The iPod then was the advent of not owning physical copies of anything that you buy.
Yeah.
And mini disc was the opposite in that it made it so easy to record, to make your own, like, I was not
mixtape.
I was not fancy enough to have one of these, but can you imagine how easy it would have been to do a mixtape on one of those bad boys?
Oh yeah.
I sat there with my cassette player listening to the radio. I just need the first 2 notes of the song I'm listening for, and I'm hitting this record play button.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Like,
oh yeah. Simpler
kids
times,
these
man.
days, no idea. No patience. No follow through. If you never had to make a play or a what do you call it? Mixtape for your girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to know what love really is.
Fair.
Anyway, okay. Did we actually say what we were going to do today?
Well, not yet. I'm realizing we didn't really describe the beer.
Oh, we didn't describe the beer. Well,
We just kind of just.
these are 2 beers that we've done,
Well, I know.
but
There's
still,
there's new people out there.
there's new people out there. Maybe this is the first time.
And I know there's new people out there because I keep watching the OP3 numbers,
Look at you.
and I can't figure out what's happening.
No, it's not. I don't think
Because
a
it's
thing.
not that they're getting the most recent shows.
Yeah.
They're hitting all these older shows.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And a lot of it's coming from Amsterdam. I'm like,
Hey.
that's weird.
Shout out Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Y'all are too high to know that you've wandered onto our show.
So, I mean, it's
Congratulations. We've got the munchies over here too.
yeah. I mean, so far in the month of September, just throwing a fun number out, 46% of our downloads have come from the Netherlands. And it's
Sounds like we need to make a trip.
like Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh boy, was that Still Smoking? Where they went?
I don't remember.
They were pretending to be the actors, and then the real people showed up.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Anyway.
So yeah, what we intended to talk on first was the wonderful challenges of trying to stay legal for audio and
That's
video.
right. Oh, it's the worst.
Yes. And then second half of the show, we will get into the Intel Backdoor.
Okay. This is one of those things, like we didn't used to have this problem. You know? As churches, we didn't used to have this problem because all the music that you did was in the hymnal.
True.
And so if you bought the hymnals, you're fine.
And I would argue in the 1980s, the Christian music was so bad that nobody cared if you were playing it without a license.
Like, but in the church that I grew up in, we only did hymns.
Oh, yeah, for me as well. But when I listen to 1980s Christian music, it's just like, oh, I just want to shove pencils in my ears. The quality of the music was just like, oh.
They didn't have the monetary backing that they do.
Oh, they
now.
clearly didn't.
But they were trying real hard.
Yep.
Shout out Striper.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh my god.
In fact, the Christian music of the 80s is why I probably never really got into Christian music at all. It ruined me early.
Yeah.
Every now and then there will be one that would be like, hey, that's actually not bad.
Well, like, okay, so I have always had, and this is my mother's influence, I think. I've always had a soft spot for singer-songwriters. So Rich Mullins was like the pinnacle to me, and still is to a certain extent. Like I still stack him up against a lot of songwriters. He had some serious diversity. He had the ability to do like these big 80s ballad, like not even ballad, like, I mean, I guess you can call it a power ballad. He would do these like musical, like, I mean, it's just a composition. Like there's movement. There's an like a beginning, and then it's going to take you into this place, and then all of a sudden you're singing.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? And there's a climax of, you know, whatever the point of the song that he's doing is. And then he could do like an acapella, just voices, like whatever that would make you cry at the end of it. And you're like, what? Who
did
is
you
this
just
guy?
do to me?
Yeah. I just was always really impressed with his musicality, for somebody who was just a, you know, t-shirt and jeans, Christian artist.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of his story and everything that I think I was sheltered from when I was a kid, or we just didn't know because they didn't have social media back then. But it's only made me like him more the more I found out about him.
Yeah.
But because of that, because of my mom's influence, and because of, you know, listening to only Christian music growing up, oh, man. I had to go to my cousin's house to listen to anything that, you know, was on the secular radio.
Oh, there you go.
I did not have the education musically that most people did.
Yep.
It didn't sound so bad because it's all you were used to is KLTY.
True. It may be the wrong decade, but the name that always comes to mind to me for Christian artists back then was Michael W. Smith. I don't remember if he's late 80s or 90s or what.
Both. Both Michael W. Smith and Stephen Curtis Chapman had mullets. So, you know, they were in the 80s.
Yep.
80s and early 90s. Amy Grant back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Twyla Paris, just pulling that out of...
Don't know that one.
Oh, man. There's no reason for you to know who she is because of what I know about what you were listening to. And she would have been one of the ones that you were like, no.
You make it sound like I was a heathen.
Not at all. Just not... Like, if you didn't have to listen to this stuff, there's no reason for you to listen to this stuff. But let me tell you, when you have to listen to stuff and it's like you start to get excited about, oh my gosh, what was his name?
Yanni.
Carmen. Wow. That was in the 90s.
Yeah, I definitely don't recognize her.
No, that's a he.
No, Twyla Paris.
Oh, Twyla Paris.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
So Twyla Paris has some the choirs would sing Twyla Paris's music, and it was powerful.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
She's from Fort Worth.
Oh yeah. No, she's a Texas girl.
Carmen.
She's great. You're going to judge the crap out of me when you find out Carmen's stuff, but I'm telling you.
That must be the wrong guy. I mean, it looks like it'd be the right age for the time frame, although it looks like he's passed away. But it says American singer and rapper.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I would call it. It's more like spoken word than it is rap.
Satan,
I don't think I knew that he was dead.
Yeah, it says he died in 2021.
That's
he has a song
terrible.
called Satan Bite the Dust.
Yes.
Okay. Who's in the house?
Who's in the house? JC.
Yeah.
Tell me who? Tell me who's in the house.
Okay.
JC. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Like, I'm just saying, like, and if you like look this guy up, like, you're gonna understand. But the one that like always got me, the champion was everybody's like whatever song for a long time there. But Lazarus come forth.
Mm-hmm.
That one will get you.
Okay.
And then where is the other one? We Need God, or America Again has the We Need God in America Again. You know, this was he was responding to prayer being taken out of schools.
Okay.
Gosh, where's the other one? Is it the courtroom? I think he did one that was like the videos that everybody played about if you were in a car wreck, you're drinking with your buddies and you die in a car wreck, and then do you go to heaven or hell? It's like it was a lot of stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
I'm having a hard time even looking at some of these. Anyway, there was a lot, and I will tell you, our youth group made a music video with I Pledge Allegiance to the Lamb, which was Ray Boltz.
Name sounds kind of familiar.
Ray Boltz was a Christian artist. He came out of the closet in the 90s.
Oh.
In the 90s? I don't know.
I must be looking at the wrong Ray Boltz, because it says his spouse was Carol Boltz, which is a lady.
That's her. So he came out of the closet as somebody that struggled with homosexuality.
Okay.
He's a Christian, so he...
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how all that went, but it was because, again, I was a kid, and I didn't care at all about any of that. He's still alive, but he was a really good melody songwriter. I don't know how much of the actual composition for his music he did, but I Pledge Allegiance to the Lamb. Just saying.
Okay.
We made a music video. I had a solo. I was 13. Still had my little soprano voice.
Okay.
Yikes.
I feel like I need to say, Mama Redfern, if you're listening, send that in.
No. Surely she doesn't have it. She does have Bethlehem AD, I think, which was we always did a youth, the youth choir, or the youth choir was a big deal in our church growing up. Choir in general. Anything musical. We had a big adult choir. We had a big youth choir. We did big anthems and big productions, for Christmas and Easter. And actually, I don't think we really did Easter. We did a lot of Christmas. But the student choir put on a production one time called Bethlehem AD when I was, I think, a young high schooler. And I'm just saying, I was really good in it.
Okay. I'll take your word on it.
It was about what it would be like if Jesus was born now.
Okay.
So I was one of the shepherds, which were car mechanics.
Okay.
And brought the house down.
Okay.
Me and my buddy Brian. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. We've gone way too far into the
Yes, we did.
Other stuff here. I don't even know how we got back on that. It was like, it was the technology and then old music and what we were listening to, and I was not listening to anything y'all would really care about. Anyway.
So in terms of keeping the church legal.
What
are you specifically doing around audio and video?
Okay, so this has changed a lot. as well, because, in the beginning, what we were really in the beginning, whenever I became cognizant of this as a thing, any kind of protection for intellectual property, I've always been really tried to be really mindful. As someone who was a musician, I didn't really have a lot of aspiration. I mean, anybody who picks up a guitar or drums or starts singing in any kind of I don't know, in front of people type way, there's gonna be thoughts of like recording or traveling, and you gotta analyze, all of that. And I never really, all of that stuff, of course, I thought about, but at the same time, I always was pretty cognizant of the fact that I was not good enough to really do any of those things. I really wanted to focus. I felt like my gifting laid more with being local and helping people who were more in my area.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of reason to record. Definitely no reason to go travel anywhere. But being a musician, I was always very sensitive to, and had a lot of friends who were artists, who I would say the word artist applied to, and wanting to make sure that I was protecting people who were trying to make money off of intellectual property. And that's really, honestly, when you're walking down that path, when you're trying to be mindful of that sort of thing, you can still make a whole lot of mistakes.
Sure.
Because not all of it is intuitive, and it really doesn't make sense who gets money for what.
No.
None of that makes any sense to me.
Nope.
You don't.
Looking at you, Spotify.
I remember having a real problem whenever everybody showed up at Pine Cove wanting to use Spotify, and I was like, I get it. This tool is great for you, but they're not paying artists anything.
Nope.
Or very little, and so I don't think we should do this, because we have artists who come here, and if they see that we're using Spotify, if they know anything about it, they're probably going to get frustrated.
Yep.
Turns out they might not have even known or cared as much as I did, but still, it just did not seem like the right thing to do.
Nope.
Then again, neither was using Apple Music they were better, but not what it should be, and it never will be. I remember hearing Prince talk about this, because he was on a late night show where Mariah Carey had evidently just signed some ginormous contract, and he was like, "Oh, y'all think that was a good contract?" And he was like, "Let me break this down for you." And he was like, "If I make an album, and you are gonna distribute it for me, how much do you think that I should get of that?" So an album costs, and I think he was like, I don't know, $12. Okay. It was like, maybe $18. I can't remember what and I don't remember if they were talking about a song or an album. Either way, you can look this up. And Prince, of course, is going to do a way better job than me. And he basically walked the Tonight Show host. I don't remember which Tonight Show it was. Well, I don't know if it was actually Leno, if it was oh my gosh, Letterman, or maybe even Conan O'Brien. But one of those guys, he's walking through this is what that would look like because everybody's like, half, that makes sense. The artist would get half. Okay, so that means that you then would earn this much money. All you have to do is sell this many albums. And he said some ridiculous number of albums, but evidently for Prince and Mariah Carey, this is a very small number of albums, to do 1 million or 3 million or something like that. And he's like, whatever deal she just made paled in comparison to the numbers that you would get if you were actually making half on every record. It is pennies.
Yeah.
For the amount of work that's done. And I'm not trying to I don't know, downplay what everybody else is doing in the music industry. I'm going to get real close to the mic here for this part.
Oh.
But you've got no job without the person making the music.
Yeah.
Can we just be real honest about that? Like, you don't get to make money off this if this person doesn't exist.
True.
And so maybe they should get more. That's all I'm saying. Than every other person involved. We talk about intellectual property. Musicians, it feels like, and I'm sure there's some other part that I'm not giving enough credit to, or another industry that gets raked across the coals more than musicians. But the way that it happens with musicians really is troubling to me. And all of that to say, what I've tried to do is do this correctly in order to make sure that that happens the way it's supposed to, because then at least they get something.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the day, I talked about how when we were singing hymns, all you had to really do was buy the hymnal, and then with each hymnal that you had, there was a percentage that went to the hymn writers that were not public domain by this point, which a lot of them were. Anyway, there's a lot to it, but when all of this became digital, which is when I really started doing this for a job, the only name in that game, and it's the same people that were making the hymnals, I think, before, is CCLI, Christian Copyright Licensing or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so they've got rights to all of this music, and they will sell you the ability to, you had to, at the beginning, it was just like if you used it in a Sunday morning, you had to say how many copies you printed for whatever musicians or choir members, and you had to say of what kind it was. Are you printing the, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, like music? Are you printing the piano, like whatever? Are you printing lead sheets? Or are you printing chord sheets? And I can't remember all of the different ways that you would say what you were doing and how many you were doing of each one. I was always in small churches, so this wasn't really that big of a deal. It was a very administrative task, but you would do that for each song that you played on a Sunday morning, and you would pray that you had picked public domain, because you just it's just so much less to worry about. Like, you don't have to do any of this. But the point is that the songs that you send in these reports, like you pay for the whole thing, and you don't really, you pay because of the size of your church.
Yep.
Is basically what you're paying, a license for the size of your church.
Yep.
No big deal. But then they would ask you to track all these things in order to then reward the songwriters that were being used more often.
Correct.
And it was especially important if you printed something out. Well, then the iPad shows up, and now they're like, all right, how are we going to do this? And so then they start trying to figure out, okay, so we're going to sell licenses to these, and how many times they're accessed can be recorded based on whatever software you're using to then bring them in. And it got so convoluted there at the beginning of them trying to figure this out that it was like, I'm out. Like, I want to help. I really do. I'll tell you what songs I'm playing, but really, I'm not, like, we're not I don't have time
Correct.
to figure all of this out for you. Like, I'm going to tell you that I'm doing these songs. The huge majority of the time now, that part is actually pretty easy. There are most of the software that's used to distribute songs to bands that are all playing together.
Mm-hmm.
That can count those, and that makes perfect sense. Like all of this is digital. There should be a record of this.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't have to say, well, I bought 5 copies of this song, because did you? Or do you just have, an infinity license for that song? Well, I didn't report infinity. I reported 5. And so really I've only got 5. It got so weird.
Yeah.
Now, not only do you have to have, either CCLI, multi-tracks, like all of this then got more complicated, because then in 2020, everything went online.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the churches that were big enough to have some sort of, TV ministry or whatever. It was everybody has to be online or your church doesn't have a presence, because nobody's coming. Then it became, whoa, you have a license for doing all of this stuff in a service with people who are present.
Yep.
You don't have a license for streaming it.
Streaming, yep.
So now you need a license for doing all of this with people who are present.
Yep.
And then you need a license for streaming.
Yep.
And then you need another license to leave it up.
Yes.
So this is where you see, I've gotten a lot of feedback on this as well from different people in our church. We have an in-person service, of course, now that we're past COVID stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We still stream.
Yep.
And we have licenses for both of those things.
Yep.
What we don't have a license for is leaving anything up.
Okay.
So what we do is we are in person and we stream, and then as soon as that stream goes to, past, present, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, we cut the recording of it down to the sermon.
Yeah.
In as timely a fashion as we can. I'm talking less than a day. We cut that down and we cut the music out. So it's just the sermon. So the only thing that lives on our website is the sermons.
Correct.
Now, I've not gone back and done all of the ones that we services that we did before all of this. Like that,
That's what the intern's for.
Please have mercy. We don't have interns. Can't pay interns.
No, intern's not a paid position.
Yeah, no, that's called never mind. But I've talked to lawyers over this. I have tried as hard as I could to not just do the spirit of the law, but the letter of the law, and like all of these different things. And it's always been one of those, like, if somebody comes after us, they're going to come after us.
Correct.
And that's really hard, but we're trying to do this the right way.
Yeah.
I feel like if somebody came after us today, it'd just be like, well, my job for the next, the rest of the year is going to be to
a bunch of editing.
Try to do compliance.
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
Yep.
And until then, we'll just take everything down.
Yep.
And that's the hard part about this. Is you don't want to lose your archive. Like, you don't want to lose all of the stuff that you've put out there, but you might have to, because it's not. Anyway.
Yep.
The good news is places like Facebook will just, they're fine with letting you have your, songs going during the live stream. As soon as that thing goes public, all of the little bots attack and are like, we own that, we own that, we own that. I'm like, great, mute it. I don't care. Because I'm Like I go to the ones that stay up, and I delete that we attach to YouTube, Vimeo.
Mm-hmm.
We edit all of that stuff, and then we bring it down. And that's not even counting CVLI, which is the new hotness for trying to pay for licensing because pastors like sermon illustrations, and
yes,
movies give some great sermon illustrations. And
Correct.
So having to pay for that stuff and pay for it to be in the room and pay for it to be live streamed and pay for it to live on
Yep.
it's all a different thing. And again, I'm on the side of wanting people to get paid for what they have done. I'm not trying to rob anybody. There is an element of being so tired.
Yeah.
That it's just tell me how much we owe and we'll figure out how to send you a check, because I don't have the margin for this in my life.
No.
Listen, I'm trying to keep my kids out of jail.
Yeah.
Don't come at me.
Yep. Yeah, we use CCLI as well, but where that gets weird when you start looking into the verbiage. It says that it's good for the service. Mm-hmm. So when you look at a Christian camp, you're going, what defines a service? Is that just the club time? How is that for meal times? What about it's raining and you got to get people inside, and it gets really blurry really, really fast.
And I will tell you, there's a lot of that's not as gray as we want it to be. What's actually written there is pretty specific about what this can be used for and what it can't, and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of trying to figure that out.
Yep.
And honestly, again, I'm not trying to make somebody else make money inside of I'm not trying to add another person to pay inside of this, but it does seem like there is some sort of hole in this that is the person who is making this simpler for somebody who's just trying to do it right, but doesn't know what they're looking for in terms of this. So you look at different that was the hardest thing for me inside of in a worship service. CCLI works because you're paying for the thing that makes it possible for all of the musicians to be able to make this song happen.
Yep.
Right? I'm not talking at all about playing music over, from a computer over a system that everybody can hear.
Yep.
Because technically that's not what this is, what any of these things are for. Now, there is a provision for, and again, you have to pay money for it, but there is a provision for inside of worship services being able to use songs. At a camp, does not seem like mealtime is a worship service.
No.
Sure, they pray.
Yes.
But what are we doing?
Yep.
And that's so hard to then be the guy who has to tell everybody, look, We got to figure out a way to do this like imagine we're a Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine we want a playlist playing while people are sipping on their mocha. What do we have to do?
Yep.
And it's a very different world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one interesting story can share on this comes from Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he may have told you this before.
I don't think so.
But at one of his dad's, I guess it was a restaurant maybe, that had a gift shop, but they played music. And a guy was in there and was asking about the music that they were playing, and then he just kind of let in with like, so how are you doing that legally? And his dad was able to go, oh, here's the CD. We sell it in the gift shop.
Yeah.
And then the guy knew, oh, I don't have anywhere to go here.
Right.
And left. Whereas if they had just simply bought a CD and were playing it,
right,
he thought he was about to ready to be like, oh, yeah, I gotcha. So that's kind of an interesting story of some of the ways that you can cover yourself to some degree.
Oh, there's plenty of people that are looking for a fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And to me, it's one of the biggest concerns that I have with what we do.
Yeah.
Because it's inevitable with the reach that Pine Cove has.
Yeah.
That eventually someone's going to come on property and they're going to understand what we're doing. And they're going to start poking around and asking questions. And then we're going to see what happens.
And some of them are going to be answerable and some of them are not.
Correct.
And that's the hard thing is like the number of like the variety, like the where all this music is coming from. There are plenty of them that are like, oh yeah, no, that one is totally covered.
Yep.
And then you're like, did you just play? Where'd you get that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We tried to do like back in the day. We tried to do a better job of that. We tried to do a good job of that. I don't know what the status of that is now.
Yep.
I don't imagine it's gotten easier. But for online content, things that you get off of, different things, maybe YouTube video or something like that, you got to purchase a license for the copyrighted music you wish to use in a public setting.
Yep.
If you want to use public domain music, that's always an option.
Mm-hmm.
I think, there's some really good public domain music. They've basically entered into an agreement where, you pay for this thing or you whatever, and you can use all of this different music, and that's what it's there for. You can compose and use your own background music.
Mm.
That's something that you definitely own the rights to.
Yep.
You subscribe to or purchase music from a licensing service or the YouTube audio library. What I really appreciated about Pine Cove, and this was actually a friend of mine who made this happen, and then when he went to get his master's, one of the things that he really focused on was copyright law inside of this. But he would be the guy who Pine Cove was one of the things that they used to offer that was I thought a big selling, well, not a selling point. It was just it was a nice thing, is they would do these videos for every week of camp. Like at every camp, they would do a video for the whole week where they would, show all the kids, and they'd get as many kids in the video as they could, and they'd be fun and fast paced and, then meaningful. And like they would just try to do this range of emotions, but they always used a few songs for it. And I was always, I guess, skeptical inside of it. I was like, I'm not sure we're doing this the right way. But then I found out after being there for long enough, no, they reach out directly to the artists that they use for the videos for each of these camps. And it was the same one for the whole summer, or the same songs for the whole summer, but different at each camp.
Yep.
and they would get permission to be able to use them in these videos. And this was back before they were online. We're sending these VHSs and then DVDs home with these kids. And so I was really impressed with the ability to stay above board inside of that. Businesses, whenever you're trying to use like background music in your place of business or something like that, you either have to obtain a public performance license, which is fun. You pay for an annual license. It's usually like BMI, ASCAP,
yes.
Or what's the other one?
Yeah, there's kind of the big three.
SE something. Anyway, and then you can play the whatever music.
PRO, the Performing Rights Organization.
Okay. Or you can get like a recording license that would give you more rights to the music. No, that's not really, I don't think that's the one that's done more often. I think usually the public performance, I think it's called the public performance license. Anyway, the publishing or the sound recording license Anyway, those are the ones that that's the legal agreement that Pine Cove would go into and get with the artist and the whoever actually owns the music, because it's barely ever the artist.
Yep.
When Taylor Swift came out with that album, that was like, what you call it, My Version or something like that. Like she re-recorded all of her music so that she could own the masters instead of the publishing. And then she like re-released everything as, I think it was like My Version or something like that. Yep. It's funny because like fans went out and bought it. It's the same music that they already had, except Taylor Swift owns the rights to it as opposed to whoever she had
it previously
agreement with. I mean, nothing against that at all, but it's kind of funny that's the loophole here.
Yeah.
Is to be able to record and then own. It's not, you're not even, that was a weird thing. You remember did you hear about the Ed Sheeran lawsuit?
No.
So somebody, I don't know if it's the band or if it's just the whoever again owns the rights to some music, and I think it was like from the 70s or 80s. There was a song that sounded like one of his songs.
Okay.
And by sounded like, I mean the chord progression was the same.
Okay.
And you can hear it. Like I'm not saying that you can't hear it. I'm not saying that the melody is totally different and whatever. I mean you can hear the similarities.
If you like the show, then how about donating?
Will they save you money on therapy, do you think?
You also listen to the whole song and you're like, I don't think he ripped off your song. Like, I don't know how to, there's a section of it that kind of sounds similar.
Sure.
So instead of like just settling, Ed Sheeran goes to court and in front of the, I think it's like a jury and everything, like in front of everybody, whips out his little guitar and was like, this is what we're being, whatever. And he's like, this is a song that they're telling me is the original song. This is what mine sounds like. And he played like this guy's an incredible musician. He plays his song And then he is like, but these are not the only songs that have this progression inside of them. And he starts playing it's funny because Christian music gets accused of this all the time. You're just playing 1, 4, 5, 6, some combination of 1, 4, 5, and 6 chords, and that's it. And I'm like, great. Yeah, there is in every chord progression or in every scale, there is a major. The 1 chord is a major chord. The 2 chord is a minor. Yep, usually minor. 3, usually minor. 4, major. 5, major. 6, minor. 7 is augmented. And then back to 1. The chords that everybody really at least in Western pop, and I would say not to throw everybody else completely off. If you're not playing jazz, you're usually playing 1, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And there's a few different we're more musical than that or whatever. The backbone of most catchy things have this 1, 5, 4 whatever to him, and so he plays all of these different songs. He goes from his song, that first song, into his song, into people get ready, there's a train coming, and then all these different songs that all have the same progression. He's you can't own this progression. It's in too much.
Sure.
And it's that how in the world are we supposed to have intellectual property? Number one, when you got people that are that talented, they're no, I'll just play all of it right now, right here in front of you. What do you want?
Yeah.
And then when it's there's a reason that this is catchy. It's because it kind of reminds you of something that you know.
Correct.
And everybody has these ties back to, I don't know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah. It all seems to follow some type of a melodic template.
Yeah, there's patterns.
Yep.
And people who are really good at patterns can see even the vague ones.
Yep. And if you're Taylor Swift, every song just has to do with how the guy did you wrong.
So help me.
And yet,
I have a friend who's
listening.
she's such a good songwriter and she's so amazing. And I'm not trying to detract from Taylor Swift. I don't have anything against her. I think that she is really talented. I think you're a songwriter. That's not an easy thing to do.
Sure.
Also, I'm not listening to anything that you write because, oh my gosh, this is why I stopped listening to country music. I don't know. Stop it.
Play it backwards and you get everything back.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I just don't want to hear about your breakup. I don't want to hear about it.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure if it's a popular song, that's what it's going to be about.
And at some point, if you've had that many breakups, there's a common denominator, folks.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah. I was actually joking with my wife and daughter about her the other day because they love to listen to her music.
Yeah.
And I have determined that she's a succubus.
She's a succubus.
Well, look at what she's done to Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, I know.
What has happened to that man?
That man cannot play football anymore right now.
And it started last year.
But
it's gotten worse
this year. Is he's the suck in succubus.
Yes.
For sure. I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's funny because again, I don't have anything against her. And I think Jason and Travis, especially whenever they get together, they're hilarious. Yeah. And I wish all of the luck in the world to, I can't say the Eagles. I really like Jason, but at the same time, I'm
that's what happens when you're a Cowboys fan.
Well, I'm not really. I say that. I am a Cowboys fan. I have lived in North Texas for so much of my life. I feel like a poser if I cheer for anybody else. Like it's the same way with the Rangers. There's plenty of decisions that the Rangers have made that I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And now the Mavericks most recently, like all of the, well, not most recently, the Cowboys again are in the, top prize for moron of the year. I don't understand. I don't understand how there's not somebody that can pull a ripcord on Jerry Jones. But like it's so bad, bad. Like if the moment I see a fan like refer to them as America's team, I'm like, you are living in the 70s. Like you don't realize, like it wasn't even like, I understand people were talking about it in the 90s because they were winning, but like America's team was Tom Landry's Cowboys, not whatever it's become after Jones fired him. Like, what a joke.
Yep.
Anyway, and now it's just, shockingly obvious that he has no idea what he's doing.
Nope.
You can't blame everybody else over and over and over again. Switch out that person and then it'd still be their fault.
Yep. It's him.
He's the problem. Anyway, all that to say, like, I want to be able to like the Eagles because of how, like, I guess, is winsome a word you can use for Jason Kelce? Like that, he's just a likable guy. Like I want to have a beer with him.
Not garage beer though.
No.
Disgusting.
I want to actually have a beer, not just have you pound it. Like let's find a beer you like.
Yes.
And sure, if you want to drink 5 of those first and then that's fine. But like, seems like a great guy. Love listening to their podcast because it's funny to hear about football from people who actually play football. My uncle Billy was a lot like that, where you would hear about things that you're like, oh, really? Like that's how that was, huh? But I mean, just all of that is way more entertaining to me than hearing these, commentators or guys that wish that they played whatever sport talk about it. I'm looking at you, Stephen A. Anyway, would much rather listen to them. And so I don't have anything against Travis or Taylor. But y'all got to figure out how to like...
She's killing the man.
It sure looks like it.
So to me, I go back to, and this is a throwback to the 80s, the Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
And Essence of Gelfling. She's all Essence of Kelsey.
Nice.
She's draining the boy. That's what I think. So, of course, I say that to my wife and my daughter, and, of course, they get bent out of shape.
Or are they fans?
Yes. They're not like Swifties necessarily, but they enjoy her music.
I mean, great.
And, of course, I called her the succubus, and then you thought I had, just spoke some kind of heresy.
Yeah, you're like, we're not gonna. Let's not make that line. I mean, but again, like I hope they get married and that their marriage lasts for a long time. It just everything nowadays points in the opposite direction.
Correct.
This is not going to go well for anybody. But prove me wrong. Like I would love for that to not be the case, and I would love for Travis Kelce to remember how to play baseball. To remember how to play football.
Yeah.
Or hockey. If you want to switch to hockey, that's fine with me. But like, evidently they grew up playing hockey. I don't like. I want you to be a successful human being.
I'd be afraid to see somebody that big coming at me on the ice.
I agree, but maybe that's what would make it so effective.
Maybe. Man.
Yikes.
That's a big boy coming at you on the ice.
It is a big boy.
Tell you what.
He's super tall.
Yeah.
But his brother might be scarier.
Yeah, but I don't know that Jason's going to be quite as nimble on the ice anymore.
No, I don't think so. But at the same time, if you it just takes one hit.
Yeah, he's just got to get moving, and
He's
if you
just
don't
got to
get
get
out of the
moving,
way,
and he's got to not miss you.
Yeah.
And I don't exist anymore.
Pretty
All of a
much.
sudden,
pretty much,
it's just he's gone.
you
What
are
happened to him?
permanently planted into the ice.
I'm so impressed by like these big guys and how athletic they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because they talked about it a lot. Again, referring to Taylor Swift at a football game, but at whatever game that was, that Jason was in the stands or in the box with Taylor when Travis was playing, and he jumped out of the box because he saw a little girl who was a Swiftie and like picked her up and brought her to the window of the box in order for Taylor to see the sign that she had, or whatever. Which never, I mean, how freaking wholesome is that? Anyway, but I will tell you, I don't know how many beers it took for him to be that limber.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
But
if he's drinking his own beer, it would probably take a case.
yeah,
Because that stuff is like drinking water.
I don't understand that. Like big guy like that,
It's just a
seems
chugging.
Like,
It's a chugging beer. That's
seems
all
like
it
you
is.
should only be doing 10%, like 10% or higher.
Yeah. He's got the
Otherwise-
mass to offset it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just like drinking 24 beers,
You're wasting your time.
like wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, that brings me back to this guy. Yeah. We talked a lot about nothing.
That's okay.
You want to talk about the security or just save it for that?
Do we got time? Where are we at? What's the...
That is an hour and 21 minutes.
Well, that depends on how much farther you want to go. I know you want to get home.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good now.
Yeah, because you can drink the beer.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit it real quick and we'll see what we can get. So this is where I need to insert the jingle.
Insert the jingle.
Now entering second half of show.
I'm not sure we can call it a half but we're working on it.
Now entering last eighth of show. So want to talk about, and this is nothing new. So for some of y'all, maybe you've been aware of this and some of you, maybe you haven't. But ever since 2008, there has essentially been a backdoor in every Intel chip that's been made.
Did you say 2008?
2008.
I don't think I realized that.
Intel Management Engine.
I thought this was more like, I don't know, 17.
No. 17, it got a fair amount of notoriety with security people going, hey, yeah, there really is a problem here. This is an issue.
I don't know if you've noticed, but...
So basically, Intel Management Engine is its own... I think it's okay to clarify it as its own computer, if you will, that exists inside of your Intel processor.
Computer.
Yes, computer. Use the mouse.
Computer?
Yes. So think of it truly as having a separate computer that exists inside of your CPU.
Is this like, okay.
And it runs its own operating system.
Yeah, this is like when you partition a hard drive.
Yeah.
And you're saying like, no, this is used for this one, this is used for this.
Yeah.
This is how this has worked in my head. Is this not?
No, because when you're thinking like a dual boot for two different operating systems.
Right.
Well, that's what people might think it should be. Mm-hmm. But imagine that you'd have to boot both OSs at the exact same time. And one not be aware that the other is there.
Okay. See, that sounds
this is
so
totally nefarious.
bad.
So it runs an operating system called Minix.
What did you just say?
Minix. Not Linux, but Minix.
No, that's not like that's.
So
This is a spoof. Hold on.
No. You can look it up. Google it right now, live on the show.
I'm not doing it.
Bingit.io.
I already Googled some of this and it scared the crap out of me.
Yes.
So I don't actually want to know.
Yeah. So
Guys, y'all listen. I'm just going to plug my ears for the rest of the show. Let me know when you're done, Chris.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. So this is, yeah, we couldn't even come back from that. Jeez. I'm not listening. I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
So this exists on your CPU.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to disable it,
whether you want it to or not,
your CPU will not be able to function.
Yeah,
that's kind of where we're at with this level.
So jacked up.
So this management engine can literally see anything and everything that's going on, and nothing in your normal day-to-day use of the machine knows it exists. Windows doesn't know it's there. You're not going to see special processes. Nothing. You could leverage this to totally spy on an individual. Keystrokes, screenshots, you name it. You could leverage this to inject various whatever you want. I mean, virus, malware, you name it, ransomware. You could totally leverage this, inject it into the system. And this runs at such a deep level that even your fancy schmancy beyond antivirus doesn't see it. It's like a total ghost in the machine.
And it's designed.
It's designed for that on purpose. It was billed as, hey, look, we're going to give you a way that you can remotely manage these computers. And guess what? If the computer is turned off, shut down, but you still have it plugged into power and it's physically plugged into the LAN, you can still get into that computer and get into Intel Management Engine and do what you need to do.
Okay, Chris, I'm getting angry.
This is where it is. And then where it gets even crazier is that the CIA and the NSA get special chips that don't have Management Engine included.
This is like Congress not having to do, or not Congress, the American government not having to do anything with, excuse me, I had not swallowed all the way. They don't have to do anything with like workplace, whatever you call it. Like any regulation they have on the workplaces does not apply to them.
Correct.
This is terrible.
So you can imagine the possibilities there. There have been major flaws in the system that they've patched over time. Mm-hmm. But eventually your chip ages and you don't get any updates anymore. It's not being addressed. So, granted, most people probably aren't running computers from 2008 to maybe 2015. I'd like to think that most people have.
I have one in the other building if you want to go look at it with me.
Oh, you should.
Hold on.
Shoot it.
That's that Vostro 1400 that I was telling you about.
Yeah,
I can't. It's the only one that interfaces with the sign.
Yeah. So, but obviously, the older your computer gets, you don't get updates. Everybody understands that. And that doesn't mean that magically, oh, hey, there's never going to be any issues determined with your processor that no one could ever exploit. It's just the nature of it. The other fun thing that I ran into in researching this is, do you remember the WannaCry ransomware? The one that absolutely exploded and went all over the globe?
When was this? I don't remember the name. That's why.
Now you're putting me on the spot. Let's see. WannaCry 2017.
No.
There's a screenshot of what it looked like.
Yes.
Okay. So, fun fact. WannaCry happened because of the NSA. They specifically went to Microsoft and said, hey, don't patch this exploit. We are actively using this in the work that we do. Microsoft caved. Eventually, it got figured out, and the world was introduced to WannaCry. And it spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
All because the NSA convinced them not to patch a problem.
Gross.
Yes. So all that to say, Intel Management Engine is a giant
succubus.
Security. It's definitely a succubus. It fits the definition. It's a security nightmare. So you can't get away from it because everybody has Intel based machines, unless you're more recent on Mac
Yeah.
and you're into the M series, I need to look to see if there is anything even remotely close to this in the ARM world.
Yeah.
So, but if you're working in IT, you're probably running on Intel-based machines.
Yep.
Patch. Don't
Patch.
don't let it sit any longer than it has to for testing. Patch. Stay as current as you can.
Yep.
There are some companies out there that are working on ways to try to disable it. There's some open source Linux folks that are trying to put together laptops that would give you the ability to control this. Of course, the vast majority of the world is not going to switch to Linux for the desktop.
Nope.
So yeah, this is just a horrible mess. It's not going anywhere.
Yay.
So, but yeah, the idea that your machine could be sitting there, shut down, you're thinking it's off. But because of the beauty of Wake on LAN, I can now gain access to the Intel management engine, boot the system up, and do whatever I need to do.
Yeah, Wake on LAN has always been one of those things that I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
I hate you.
So, but yeah. Thank you, Intel. Thank you, 3-letter agencies.
3-letter agent.
So. And there's no telling how many times this has been used for various
Leveraged? Yeah. No, absolutely.
exploits. Oh, if you don't comply, there might be something that shows up on your computer.
Yeah, and after you sent me that is when I found the thing about the Raspberry Pi. It was like, oh, no, you don't want Raspberry Pi. It was whatever professor. What school was that person from? Anyway, I want to kind of go on a deep dive with that whole thing and figure out exactly how, like, are you getting paid by China? Anyway,
Yeah.
she was talking about how you shouldn't use Raspberry Pi because
Use
of
the
this
Orange Pi or
Orange Pi or whatever. And it was like, yeah, that's manufactured in China, right?
correct with with the rock chip,
You don't think they have
their own backdoors.
their own backdoor here?
China would never do that.
No.
Only the American government.
They're
would
all
do
about
that.
freedom.
Yes, imperial pig dogs. Of course, they have backdoors.
Anyway.
So, well, there you go.
If you just weren't scared, I actually told Rebecca, who I work with, she was talking about how paranoid she was getting because she was hanging out with these. She's in charge of our safety team, which is kind of a security and first response inside of a church.
Yeah.
Anyway, the people that she has to hang out with do this all the time, every day. And so 2 of the people she was talking about, she spent a lot of time with. She spent an hour and a half with one of them and 2 hours with the other. And so she was super paranoid. And I was like, well, I'm about to go talk to Chris Kincaid. You want to just shoot yourself in the face now? It's about you come hang out with us, you're going to be nervous about
Using your computer.
using anything. I mean, just
Yeah.
can't even print now.
Well, don't even get me started on printer hacks. Jeez.
That was pretty funny. I sent Chris the meme that was going around. Just like Gutenberg invents the printing press. Hey, what does it say? You're low on magenta.
Yes, that's about right. That's about right.
Okay.
The only thing better is the classic PC load letter.
Yeah.
What the heck does that even mean?
You're just, yeah.
And then you take the printer out back and beat it with a baseball bat.
I have been tempted more than once to destroy, and I did. Did I not tell you? Okay, so my daughter, this will be the end.
Okay.
My daughter, I caught my daughter with a Chromebook hidden under her pillow.
Oh, school Chromebook?
No, we got them these Chromebooks to do their homework.
Okay.
In 2020, and they were old Chromebooks in 2020. So, I will admit, I made the classic mistake of this thing is so outdated. I don't need to keep tabs on it. which is just stupid. Don't do that. But I did. Failure. Failure as a husband. Failure as a father. Failure. And my wife actually busted my son with one in his room, which is this is a standing rule in our house. There's no technology in bedrooms. Like, you're not doing it. Like, we don't take the switch into bedrooms. We don't you're allowed to listen to music on your little speaker in your room. But like, my son got a little MP3 player. I was like, no, you're not allowed to even mess with that in your room. So just like, we're not doing this. I don't need that stress. Anyway, so standing rule about that. He breaks it. And of course his response is, my older sister has one in her room. So of course, her door is locked. Cade has knocked his door off the hinges, so he just doesn't even have a door.
Okay.
But Madison's door is locked, so which it's not supposed to be. And so Lori gets in there, finds this computer under her pillow. Madison brings it to me, and I'm going through the search history. And, honestly, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Sure.
But I don't let my kids on YouTube because I trust my children. I don't have a problem with YouTube, but I know the way that these algorithms work, and I know how easy it is to stumble into areas that you don't need to be in as a kid. And so, like, I'm just terrified. I'm sure that I'm going to find, and it really is pretty tame, all things considered, except for the fact that there's a lot of days that she's been up until like 2, 3 in the morning.
Ouch.
And I'm like, babe, if I hear you complain about being tired one more time,
yeah,
I just you've lost all sympathy from your daddy, because of this. But find this out, and then my first question to Lori, I'm looking at this huge scroll of YouTube videos. And nothing really, honestly, too concerning, which I was so grateful for, but just so filled with, I can't believe you're hiding this from us. We're not keeping you from, this isn't like a Chromebook that she shares with her brothers. Each of them has their own. Mm-hmm. And again, they're super outdated, but whatever. Would have killed for this kind of access when I was a kid.
Yeah. And
as much as I've secured it, which honestly, I got to be man, I am really grateful that I did the work on the network to make sure that, I don't know if she tried to find things that she just couldn't, or if this really is all she's looking at. But again, nothing terrible. I look at Lori, I'm like, is this ours? Do we own this, or was this one of her friends, because I didn't buy it. I know that. I'm like, this isn't the school's. And your friend who we got these from didn't loan them to us 5 years ago, and we just forgot to give them back. It's just no, they're ours. And I just grabbed both ends of that Chromebook and snapped it in half.
Yikes!
And did it a few more. I could see, this is pitch black in my room because it's that we're at 11:30 at night. We're supposed to be asleep, and you see the hinge on that thing light up and then disappear, and then I basically break it in half and then twist it to pop the screen off the thing. And I see, it's dark enough, but I still see my daughter's eyes go. And all she can say is, "Do you want me to throw it in the trash?" I was like, "Yes,
please do.
Throw that in the trash. That's what Daddy thinks of." Something that's going to make you disobey. So every once in a while, you just got to break something.
Break stuff.
It did feel good.
It was cathartic.
If you can spare the piece of technology to hit it with a baseball bat or 9-iron or whatever it is you're
Chromebooks come pretty cheap, though.
Oh, this one was free.
Well, that's even better.
So I didn't even feel it in that sense.
Yeah.
Just in the betrayal sense. Anyway, I'm going to eat the rest of the sandwich.
You do that. You still got beer left.
There was a lot of beer, man. I'm going to drink it.
Of course you are.
But we've been talking.
We have.
So hard to... For an hour and 40 minutes.
I think that's our longest show.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and you wanted to get out of here early.
2 episodes for 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, always good to talk to you.
Enjoyed it. See you, everybody.
See you.
And I'll give you a karma. Hit it.
I got ants. I got ants.
You've got karma.